So setup-wise, completely different than anything I've ever worked at. Obviously, there's a pool, so that brings in like a whole nother dynamic. Being part of a hotel and being separate entities but same property is a relationship I've never had before, which is challenging but beneficial. The hotel has lots of like buyouts and stuff. We're very close to 713 and White Oak Music Hall. They have a really good relationship with them. So things get funneled to us that are way outside my reach, which has been awesome. I pride myself in having served everyone under the sun. You know, I've worked at all different kinds of places with all different kinds of music and what people look like. And this place is a melting pot of all that. We just recently had, a couple months ago, had a buyout at the hotel for a heavy metal festival that was at White Oak, which was insane. It was crazy. It was 5 days of Lone Star.
And you also had yoga happening while you had the heavy metal guests in the building at the same time.
Yeah, so we have our normal, you know, monthly and weekly things that we have going on here. And it's always nice to see those things coincide. And it's great whenever you see people from such different backgrounds or people that maybe wouldn't be doing those other things or seeing those other people. They mesh and then it goes well and they're like, this is really cool. You have yoga here on a Wednesday night, and you know, it's like, it's nice. That was a really cool thing that we did, and it definitely opens my eyes to what the property can do and, you know, the possibilities of the future here.
And additionally, like, you ended up having the opportunity to kind of mesh with those heavy metal people because they were staying at the hotel, going to the concert, going back and forth. But then you also have people who really come here straight for the event space itself. I know you have different traveling pop-up parties and stuff like that. Can you touch on, I guess, what that experience is like?
Honestly, it has been such a roller coaster. If you've worked with me before, you know that I am like really always try to be like the best at, from the beginning to end of a customer's experience, you know, from the parking to how you get in, to how fast it is to get a table, how fast it is to get a drink. So with all the different parties that we've had and all the different kinds of people that we've had in, ultimately there's one thing that's the same. You know, everybody wants to have a good time. Nobody wants to wait long for a drink, and no one wants to feel like they're getting, you know, gouged in the process. So, you know, just really trying to hammer in that and execute that in every scenario, regardless of whatever music's playing, I think has been fun. You know, I've learned that, you know, we don't work well with everybody, and sometimes expectation, you know, not having a clear expectation between someone that's throwing a party versus a venue, I think can sometimes get in the way of, you know, really, you know, blowing up a party or succeeding, or, you know, just it being easy or fun to work. But overall, you know, I have met some really great people that I love to work with, and, you know, we have some ongoing parties. You really appreciate those people that you meet because it's like, you know, it's like chemistry. It's like, you know, a good relationship. You know, it feels good, you feel good after it, and then you want to see them again, you want to do it again. So I've met several people like that, and so we've filled up the calendar, you know, for the rest of the year with lots of events. Also, you know, open to working with new people and finding more relationships like that.
And what's crazy about relationships is we ended up having speed rails the first time at Reset, and that was my first time getting a chance to meet Bronson. She has an FAO hat on, by the way.
Oh.
And that was my first time.
I wasn't even on purpose. I didn't even know we were doing this today. That wasn't even on purpose.
That was my first time meeting Bronson, and I always, because I was working with you, I always hear Adonis and Bronson name come out your mouth all the time. You're like, oh, they're this, they're perfect together, they're yin yang, and stuff like that. So I had a chance to meet Bronson first at Reset during Speed Rails. He got me to come over there to FAO Season 2 for Speed Rails, and then I get a chance to meet Eric from Clutch City Clothing at FAO during Speed Rails. He makes a shirt, and now you ended up having your event, and now Clutch City Clothing is a partner with you on different type of merch. So it's like letting know how the industry and the relationships really are all kind of interweaving out here. But even beyond that, when you first opened up Space Cowboy, how you were driving traffic to this was you leaning on your relationships. You bringing in different bartenders from other areas. Even if they only came here for one shift at a time, but you were kind of using that as a way to kind of almost give visibility to the place. Can you touch on that strategy and where did you learn that from?
So that was kind of my strategy when I bartended. So I always worked at totally different places, like somewhere in the Heights, somewhere downtown, somewhere Midtown, somewhere Third Ward, where my regulars at this place would never have gone to that other bar that I worked at. But they would go there because, you know, to see me and, you know, to check out a new place. And I'd be like, no, like, come on a Wednesday, like, it's cool, we have steak night, glitter karaoke, great a great example. Worked there for a really long time. Loved working with those guys. A little hole in the wall place, you know, in Midtown that if you didn't sing karaoke, you know, you would never have, you know, stumbled across. And, you know, the food was good and it was chill. It was a great spot for people to come during the week. So it was nice to kind of see those ecosystems kind of jump, kind of what I'm doing here, but you know, I'm stable and I'm kind of getting those ecosystems to jump here. So I really that's just what I enjoy. That's just my personal preference, is to be around different people, to learn different things, to be around different environments, to listen to different music. I think one of the main things for me for a while when I was in that, you know, kind of a DJ schedule where I was like at a different place every day of the week, was really, you know, things can get very repetitive in this industry, and you see the same people and you hear the same things and you hear the same music, and that makes it hard to grow and makes it hard to like learn new things if you're not experiencing new things. So I don't have that problem here. I'm experiencing something new every day.